Good evening and welcome. The Adobe Photoshop Desert. He's in Wakanda right now, yes. He's working really hard to get us an adamantium sponsorship. Or a vibranium sponsorship. They probably got adamantium too. It's Wakanda. They could just trade a little bit of vibranium for adamantium. Oh, really? Is that canon?
Camera A rolling.
Camera A.
Camera B rolling.
Is camera A on?
Camera C rolling.
Is camera A on?
I don't know if it's on.
Guys,
Camera A rolling.
camera A.
Camera B rolling. Camera C rolling. Sound speeds. Actors and places quiet on set. Action.
Let's get it going. Guys, March 26th, I'm going to be out of town, so we're pre-recording this. Neil.
Do my best linebacker face.
This is your time to shine. You've got your own show. I wish you guys luck. Peace.
Camera B, cut.
Streaming to you live from an undisclosed location deep within the bowels of the Rose City, it's Live in Portland with Chris Franklin. This week's guests are Nikki Moon, Joy and Wonder Theater, Loki, and Stepsisters, with our in-house band, Sexy Marvin. Now here's your host, Chris Franklin.
Thank you guys so much. I am indeed Chris Franklin. I'm not Chris Franklin. I'm Neil Phelps. I'm your host for this week. Chris is currently in Wakanda. He is trying to secure some leads into our next sponsorship, which is hopefully going to be involved in the adamantium business, the trade of adamantium. In the meantime, we've got two different sponsors for us right now. Ian, do you mind if I take a lovely sip of our Abbey Creep sponsorship? A Pinot Gris from the vineyard of 2015. Delicate. Poised. I would say some apple flavor, a touch of currant. Refreshing, ultimately. Our second sponsor is going to be Mad Hippie. Mad Hippie has given us face cream. Do we have any of that? Did I use it all before the I used it all before the show. Well, my face is very creamy right now. We have a great show for you tonight, guys. We've got a great show. We've got so many fun things. We've got 3 teachers on staff today. Like, can we get like a round of applause for like teachers everywhere? Maybe you guys should know something about me. I'm a paranoid person. I'd say I'm a pretty paranoid person. I'm currently disappointed in all of the government agencies that are trying to kill me and abduct me, because I'm still here. I'm waiting! I'm right here! So next up we have, first up we have a stand-up comic from the local Portland scene. Some of you know him as Nicholas Munoz. Otherwise you may know him by his pen name, the articulate, the wonderful Nikki Moon!
Much. It's cool to be here. Give it up to this studio right now. This is nice. Yeah, I like it. There's like beer over there. It's nice. Has anyone ever in here ever been fired? Ever been fired? Yeah, so pretty much a bunch of degenerates in the room. That's nice. But this is why we're here. We're just all unemployed. We're gonna be famous. Nah, I got fired from. This is so embarrassing. I got fired from Walgreens. God, that part always gets like the most laughs. How do you fail a dead end? That's what I was. That's what I was wondering about. Fuck. God, Walgreens. I don't even know. I don't. I got so depressed afterwards. I used to work in the photo lab. Has anyone ever worked in a photo lab before? So it's because I'm the only creep in the room. That's the only reason. No, this is something that it doesn't really matter like what type of photo lab that you work in. But this is how working in a photo lab was explained to me when I first started working there. One of the things that you have to be on the lookout when you work in a photo lab are you have to be on the lookout for child pornography. And you have to report it if you ever do see it, which makes sense, you know. But, you know, that kind of puts, like, you know, the employee, like, in an awkward situation, you know, because the majority of the pictures that you get when you work in a photo lab are all naked babies. And we're just getting naked baby pictures one by one. So then it becomes our job to decide which naked baby pictures are taken for sexual intention or not. And how do you do that if you're not a pedophile? Like, I can't decide who the sexy babies are and who the unsexy babies are. You know, my worst fear when I was working there was to report something that wasn't actually graphic. Like just some Rorschach test. Some trick. Like, no, Nicholas, this is clearly just a mother giving her child a bath. Well, that looks like pornography to me. I want to be that baby. Is that wrong? I don't think it's wrong if you want to be the baby. I don't think it's wrong. I got so depressed afterwards. I can never tell. But, you know, I kind of, like, go through, like, you know, my own, like, little spurt of depression every now and then. I can never tell if I'm depressed, you know, because my dopamine receptors don't work. Or if I just have a shitty life. I told that to my therapist the other day. My therapist was trying to cheer me up. She was like, you know what? Probably just a combination of the two. Probably just both of them happening all the time, every time. Don't worry about it. I feel like depression's always been like kind of like an entity in my life, you know? Like, it doesn't even matter if, like, I'm depressed. Like, I feel it just follows me, like, wherever I go. I remember I was in this sexual relationship with this woman who was, like, on the verge of, like, becoming homeless. And she would tell me, hey, stop laughing. This fucking asshole over here. Did you hear this guy? He's laughing at the parts they're not supposed to laugh at. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, no, I remember her telling me, like, a lot of the time she was telling me, like, you know, Nicholas, honest to God, if I have to be homeless and go through this facade of a life any longer and be homeless, I am literally just going to blow my brains out. And I was like, well, you know, you can always stay here and live with me if you like. She was like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Pump the brakes, tiger. I even like I have a friend who's been taking Propecia. You guys know what that is? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the big thing you got to know about Propecia is if you take it, yeah, you may experience erectile dysfunction. But you know what that means? That means that if my friend is intimate with a woman, he has to look that woman dead in the eyes and say, "Hey, listen, it's not you, and it's not me. It's only my balding medication." It's like, well, way to get back in the sexual tone there, Romeo. Yeah, that'll get her back in the mood. It's only my balding medication, I swear. You know, the crazy thing is, he's not even bald. My friend's not even bald. He's just like a paranoid fuck. He's just giving himself erectile dysfunction for no reason. He's just taking it because he thinks it's a good deal. Only $49.99. That's how my friend talks. I don't know. That's how all my friends talk, apparently. They all talk like this. All right. But you know, for the most part, life is going pretty good. I bike a lot of the places. You know, I like biking. Like, it's good to, you know, work those like muscles and stuff. I go to a lot of bars a lot on a bicycle, and that kind of sucks though. You know, because like there's no like chance for like kind of like a one night stand when you're on your bike. I mean, just like logistically, I'm just on my bike. It's hard to like bring that around places. Like, unless you're willing to put my bike in your car and then put me in that car, and then you can drive me to your place, and you have to drive me back here in the morning. Or, you know, if you just want to go to your place right now and just wait 40 minutes for me to bike to you, then we can just fuck that way, baby. I don't know. It's that voice again. I fucking hate it. That voice. It creeps me out. Baby. You know what makes that situation the absolute worst is when you actually do meet a woman that does want to take you back home with her, but when you get to her car, you realize that the car is too small for the bike to fit. Then it quickly becomes very transparent to how desperately you want to have sex by how hard you're trying to cram that bike in that car. Like, it'll fit, I swear to God, it'll fit. Where's the wrench? If we just ride with the rear passenger doors open the entire way there, we can do it. All right, enough enough with the voice. That's like my one. Yeah. Finish all punchlines like this. All right. Yeah, you know what? So it's not too bad. I feel like when it comes to like dating, like I kind of take like a lot of pride in like how much I like put like mental thought behind my dating. You know, like this shit is chess and ain't checkers. Like, I'm just doing my thing. Well, the thing is like I'm really dangerous too because I have no problem whatsoever waiting like 5 years for a one night stand to happen. Like, absolutely, I have no moral qualm with that one whatsoever. In fact, I have a 5-step plan to how I do it, too. Step 1, you establish friendship. Step 2, you wait. Step 3, you watch other loves come and go throughout her life. Step 4, you wait some more. Step 5, you make your move. You gotta make your move on step 5. Sometimes you make your move on step 5, but it doesn't work out, which is the drawback of step 5, you know. Sometimes you make your move on step 5, and no one's obligated to have sex with you just because you waited 5 years. So not only, that's how I explained it to her. Listen, I've been waiting 5 years from the inception of our friendship. No. So you not only suck, so like sometimes it doesn't work out, so you end up just losing a friend out in the process, you know. Which is why step 6, you reestablish friendship, and step 7, you just wait some more. That way you can never lose. You know, you guys remember that scene in Terminator? Like the first Terminator where like the semi-truck blows up and then Arnold Schwarzenegger like rises from the ashes because you think he's dead and he just keeps on going anyways. That's how I date. Is that? Why does he have red eyes? All right, because I'm romantic. All right, no. Well, what else? What else is going on? I've been reading a lot of. Anyone in here like to read? Oh, nice. Yeah, a bunch of. I just sense the lies. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone likes to read. I've been reading a lot of Ernest Hemingway right now. I like Ernest Hemingway. I've been reading his last novel. Anyways, the big point is, back to suicide, is Hemingway shot himself in the face with a shotgun. Yeah, he shot himself in the face with a shotgun. But there's a lot of like hardcore Hemingway fans out there that like they don't like to think that he committed suicide. They like to think that he just was cleaning his gun and just accidentally shot himself in the face with a shotgun, But that's like kind of like, I don't know, like if you're trying to save face of like your literary hero, maybe you should just let the legend be what it is. Hemingway was depressed and he committed suicide. Because what's the alternative? Hemingway accidentally shot himself in the face with a shotgun. Like, adoy, Hemingway. God, maybe you shouldn't clean a gun while it's loaded. Stupid Hemingway. Fucking Hemingway. I don't like the idea that my literary icon, like his last words was like, you know what, the outside of the gun is clean, but, let me make sure the inside of the gun is clean. He accidentally shoots himself. Like, the ghost of Hemingway comes out, and he's like, well, shoots. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys very much. I've been Nicky Moon. Thank you very much.
Marvin and the extraterrestrial. Ian, could I get that sweet beer? A kind of sponsor we have. Space Camp Brown. I told Chris, hey, I have one talent. He goes, do you want to host my show? So that's my one thing I'm going to provide for you tonight. Hey, Marvin, how you doing over there? Hey, Marvin, I don't mean to be weird, dude, but you kind of stole my exact outfit. Wait. Are you trying to start something right now? Marvin, I don't want to do this. This is my first time hosting, man. I don't want to, but I will. All right, fine. Next break, we're gonna talk. We're gonna use words vocally. So my next guest coming on, we've got the lovely and industrious Joy and Wonder Theater. Everybody, please give a round of applause. All right.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
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 You know, you could use nice words when you talk to Sexy Marvin. Right? Nice words work, right? As a teacher, that's what I would, just
Jessica,
like,
he stole my whole outfit, top to bottom.
that just means that he wants to be like you, because it's like flattery is the highest form of something, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or you could fight.
Marvin.
Lisa says fight.
Yeah? All right, it's still on. Verbal attacks. We're here with Joy and Wonder Theater.
Yes.
Jessica Zadro, Lisa Gillum, Luganbill.
Yeah.
Yes? Yes!
Good.
That was going to be my only bit I had, was learning your name.
No, we're done.
Great, now we can talk about you guys.
Yay.
I'm so excited by your guys' business. I'm so excited about you two conquering the world and making the children of this world like happier and smarter. And I really do believe that you two are already doing it and are now just finding a new platform to do this. You two are Coco to each other, correct?
Yes.
Yes. That's how we met.
Well, yes, because we were co-coordinators.
Okay.
So we worked in the outreach department at a children's theater, and Jessica had a difficult time pronouncing co-coordinator, so she called us Coco, which I thought was just like too ridiculously sunny for a while. And then I gradually became like totally into the idea as her sunny personality rubbed off, and I was like, whoa. So now it's Coco all the time.
Yes. Coco always.
Sunny. I like that as like a verbiage.
Oh,
Would you say it was too sunny? What you say? I'll look it back on the feedback later.
Yeah, sure.
It was so nice. So you guys' history in Joy and Wonder Theater. Could we talk a little bit about how you guys decided you want to make this next step towards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were really interested in bringing immersive theater to the Portland audiences and also making it an all ages experience where families could come and experience the joy together.
Yeah.
So we launched with a production called Dreams of Oz this last December in 2017, not 2018, because that hasn't happened yet. Where based on the Wizard of Oz, we created an immersive theater experience for families.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the idea is like just because you have kids doesn't mean that you automatically know how to play with kids. And so we're trying to create a space where families can play together. And part of what immersive theater is like creating a world that then you can play in. So every part of that world is interactive. So it's not just like sitting in an audience and then someone pulls you on stage awkwardly to tell a joke or someone like squirts a water gun in your face. It's that a world is created that you get to enter into and then be a part of the story and influence the story and just play and see what happens. And we think that not only can families benefit from that, but everybody can like recapture that sense of play.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And we don't see a lot of immersive theater at all in the world. I think it's really hard to tackle. You have to get spaces to do these immersive theater projects. Mm-hmm. You have to get people on board. You have to sell the tickets. You have to make money. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of elements to it, and I'm sure you guys are tackling all of them. And then not only that, but you're also trying to teach families how to be stronger families together. You're trying to help bring families closer together, teach children and parents the ability to play with each other in a fun vocal communication.
So it's just a little task that we've taken on.
Oh my God! Well, I
we're
couldn't think of two
doing
better
great.
people for this
Yeah.
project
I mean,
in my personal life.
We believe in it so wholeheartedly, and there are immersive theater companies that have been in existence in the greater world for a very long time. But here in Portland, of all places, where people want to get weird and want to get in costume and do all this stuff, there's really nothing else like this happening. So we were really excited when we launched this last winter to just have such a great fan base already. And to listen to every voice in the room and really take that on. And we want to do more for both families and for adults. Is our next thing.
So I've done a ton of research, or not a ton. I've done some research on some of your programs. One of my favorite aspects of one of your programs is your youngest children's class. Could you just tell us the name of that class?
Yeah, it's called Theater for Big Hearts because little people have the biggest hearts, and the very young and the very old in our culture are rarely listened to. So I actually just led a Theater for Big Hearts class that was based in the world of fairies. So every single class we would ring the fairy bell and we would go into the world of the fairies. And one of my students actually brought home a fairy mouse named Rainbow Sprinkles, who still lives in her household. She happens to be my niece, sidebar, but she is totally into the fact that she found this mouse in Fairyland, and she'll give me updates. She'll be like, Aunt Jess, Rainbow Sparkles did this today, and she has fairy wings now, and she knows fairy secrets.
But I think the piece with that is we had talked about calling it theater for tinies or theater for littles, and then I thought about my nephew who's 5, and he does not want to be tiny. He's a big kid. He's a big kid, and he thinks very seriously about things.
Yeah.
And he experiences his life in a very he's not serious, but it's very honest. And I think we both have always interacted with kids they're just people, and they need to be taken seriously and listened to. And so I think that's the biggest thing too, and why we can do theater that is not only for 4-year-olds but also for adults, is because we just think every person has an interesting story, and we are genuinely interested in meeting people and talking to people. And so in immersive theater you just talk to your audience, and it's not that kind of canned asking the audience a question and then not really expecting an answer, but asking a question because you want to know the answer, and then changing your performance or changing the story based on what that person says and what they're interested in and what they think is happening in the story. So that was something that was really fun for me in Dreams of Oz, is playing the Cowardly Lion, all the different ways that people interacted with that and wanted to talk to the Cowardly Lion and help the Cowardly Lion was different every time. And so the Cowardly Lion changed in a different way every time based on
That's fantastic.
who wanted to interact.
And that's a cool aspect
them
of
at that
immersive
point.
theater, is that every time you attend, even the same show, you can engage that show in a completely different way. And you're saying that's also due to your ability to hire and train people to incorporate improvised theater, which is a relatively new style of theater, into this also new style of immersive theater to make a magical experience every time you attend.
Yes. And we like to have more and more challenges. So our upcoming show,
I was
Yes.
going to say, speaking of
Which-
magic,
The summer solstice
speaking
show.
of magic,
Great.
we are creating right now a summer solstice
yes, the summer
extravaganza
solstice show.
that will be outdoors.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this.
It's
And
really
when is summer
exciting.
solstice?
So, summer solstice is Thursday, June 21st.
Okay.
And so the weekend before, we're going to have some shows, and then we'll have a show the day before, the day of, and the day after summer solstice, and kind of that weekend. And we'll have shows at 5, but we want to have some shows right as it's turning dark too. So that'll be more for adults. And then of course we'll have some shows in the morning for younger kids. But the biggest thing that we want is we want a bunch of teenage fairies in the show.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
Yes. So we're we're calling out to teenage fairies.
Teenage fairies.
And you don't have to be a fairy to be a teenage fairy, but
so you could be
You could
any,
be anybody.
You could be any age.
no,
What?
Like you could be older. You could be theoretically 25, coming on 26 pretty soon.
Neil, we didn't want to do it. Not
Like,
on air.
okay, so like.
Wait,
Not me, but you.
No,
have to-
no. Just
no,
like
no.
hypothetically, like you guys could hire me to be a
teenage.
No.
No. We don't like saying no, but we have. Like, you understand.
I do.
Like,
Yeah.
it's.
I mean, you
We'll
could
find
be a
a-
fairy, but you
I've
can't
offended-
be a teenager.
Yeah.
No, I've offended
There-
the Fairy King on a number of occasions.
Yes.
I understand that.
Yes.
It was mostly.
So come see him and apologize, and then maybe.
No, he's not a teenager.
I know.
I
I
it's
hate
just,
saying
it's
no
not
to
a thing.
people. You know, I hate saying no.
I know, but really, it's good because then you free them to
Yes.
explore other opportunities in their life. So
Like
really,
adult
like
fairies?
the no is like a new yes for you.
I've got a new yesterday.
Yeah, a new yes.
No, no to the teenage fairy, but yes to something else.
But we
Really great choice for me to
Yeah,
move towards.
yeah.
okay. Well, moving on.
Yes.
I see. I could have
Yes,
done that over
no,
text,
that was-
but I was like,
Yes.
looked you in the eye.
She did it.
Very. That's why I moved to Portland.
Yeah, face-to-face breakup.
Face-to-face breakups.
Breakouts.
That's what I'm looking for in life.
Yes.
Nikki, let's get a drink after the show. How's everyone like my hair right now? It's working. It's working. I told you it's working.
But so, if you know any teenage fairies,
Yes.
though,
Yeah.
you could ask them to be part of our show, and come be teenage fairies.
Okay. Well, I know this one guy. His name is Emilio.
Yeah.
And I'll send him by. He only wears a mask though, so I'll send him by your guys' place.
Oh, we'll tape that.
He's a
out.
real fairy. A real fairy wear
Okay.
masks sometimes.
A real
That I've been
a real
told
teenage,
by Emilio.
a real teenage.
Yes, of course.
Fairy? Oh, great.
Before you can read further into that, I want to thank you both so much for being here. If anyone can accomplish this goal, I truly, deeply believe it is you two. And I'm so excited for the world to have you, and I'm so excited that you volunteered for the world and for
Thank you.
families. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
And
you so much.
Thank you for having us. And yeah, go to the website www.joyandwondertheater with an RE.com.
That classy
and all,
theaters aspect.
We are
Yeah,
classy.
classy
Oh, yeah.
We are everything. And all of these announcements will be made known soon. And please come and experience the fairies this summer with us.
My heart is so big right now. I feel like I'm
You
dreaming.
can't be one, but you
I
can.
can't even be a 3-year-old! Thank you so much. Round of applause for Joy Wonder Theater.
Thank you.
So next up, we have a musical guest with us today. They are fantastic. You may know them by Gabriel Matt. You may also know them by Low Key. Give your hands up and clap them together, please, for Low Key. You're the best. You guys? What's that, Marvin? We're not fighting yet! We're about to play them!
No, I totally agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with him.
Alright, you guys aren't getting booked again. I'm just kidding! It's just anger in my heart for not getting a shot.
Queen Bee, she's a sight to see. But every dude in this place wanna fight with me. Got a big heart full of bad love. Come kickstart, better buckle up. Said I gotta give me some of that machine gun love. Come kickstart, better buckle up. Got to give me some. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake it, what her mama gave her. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake what her mama gave her. I say, shake what your mama gave you. I say, shake what your mama gave you. I say, shake, now shake what your mama gave you. I say, shake what your mama gave you. It's like Grinch, show me summertime scheme. Ain't no telling what kind of trouble I'm in. I'm dressed to the nines, I'm next to a 10. Bound it down, shine, throw my cross to the wind. About to shake what a mama gave her. Tried to red, she my favorite flavor. Said I gotta give me some of that machine gun down. Time to kickstart, better buckle her. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake it, what her mama gave her. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake what her mama gave her. But say shake what your mama gave you. I say shake what your mama gave you. Shake, 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 and I say what your mama gave you. I say shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Go on and shaking now, baby. Shaking now, baby. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Go on and shaking now, baby. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake it, what her mama gave her. She's a good girl, showing bad behavior. She's about to shake what her mama gave her. But say shake what your mama gave you. I say shake what your mama gave you. Shake, 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 and I say what your mama gave you. I say shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. Oh, go on and shake it now, baby. Shake it now, baby. Shake what your mama gave you. Shake what your mama gave you. I say shake it, baby. Queen Bee, she's a sight to see. Got every dude in this place wanna fight with me.
Yeah! Thank y'all so much.
One more song.
One more? This song is called It's You.
Trying to find some peace of mind, but you took a piece of mine. Now I'm crazy. I miss being next to you, but I made a mess of you. Some dudes getting the best of you. Now I'm crazy, baby. It's you, baby. It's always been you. It's you, darling. It's always been you, yeah. It's always been you, babe, that's making me crazy. I know that I love you. It's always been you, girl, that's driving me crazy. I know that I love you. I know that I love you, girl. But I think that you're great, Been drinking and sleeping night. I just bed, don't be sleeping tight. Night gone, I ain't sleeping right. Now I'm crazy. I miss the thought of us, and I know I never called you love, but I love you, should've brought it up. Now I'm crazy, baby. It's you, baby. It's always been you. It's it's you, darling. It's always been you, yeah. It's always been you, babe, that's making me crazy. I know that I love you. It's always been you, girl, that's driving me crazy. I know that I love you. I know that I love you, girl. But I think that you hate me, yeah, yeah. My mind has amassed 1 million photographs, of which you probably take up about half. So I decided to bury them under an epitaph, then I crudely scratched. Here lies our last goodbyes. The tears you cried, the tears I would hide for the sake of stupid pride, but your memory just won't die. So I poured on some gasoline, lit a match, hoping that the ash would put a cap on this tragedy and latched me from my past and finally set the captive free. But the pictures, they just melted together. And now I can't remember whether I was ever happy when you called me forever. You see, I can't distinguish between the times I would call you baby and the times you had me on my apologies daily. Sometimes love felt like following a daydream, but other times you just had me swallowing J-Beam. Burning your memory in effigy has just made a mess of me. So I'll take what's left of these and I'll hold them right next to me, knowing that it's hopeless, but trying to race on the moments. This is my life, I gotta own it. Just let that be my atonement. It's always been you, babe, that's making me crazy. I know that I love you. It's always been you, girl, that's driving me crazy. I know that I love you. I know that I love you, girl. But I think that you hate me.
Oh my gosh, thank you gentlemen so much. Could you tell us, please, where to find you guys on social media?
So we are low-key Portland on everything.
Oh my god.
Low-key
I don't know
Portland.
which one of you I want to be more right now. It's like it's leaning that way. It's leaning that way now. It's leaning both ways. Sexy Marvin, can you transition us, please?
Thank you.
Okay, first off, I just want to say, I'm just realizing now that all of our guests today are incredibly supportive people who are just like full of fucking heart. I mean, Jesus Christ, Nicky Moon was gonna save someone's life by offering them into his house, and I mean the list goes on. It's like so great. I'm just so grateful for being here. I want to turn our attention to people that don't get the credit they deserve. Ian, Isaiah, Roy, and Kyle. We could not do the show without you. They're our technical heads. I want just for us to please give a round of applause for our technical heads. They're doing everything for this show. They're doing everything for this show so that the world can see it, so that we can send out the message of love, send out the messages of capability and options and resources and art and beauty, and it's because of you that we get to showcase these things, and so I'm eternally grateful. I really am. In that note, with my heart so full, as a 3-year-old, please cast me in your show, Jessica. I want to turn over to Sexy Marvin real quick. Sexy Marvin, I just want to say, look, I've done some looking in the mirror, literally. And I've realized that your shirt is totally different than mine. My previous allegations were due to a jealousy for you, in actuality. Because you play those drums like a sexy Marvin would. Since I'm 7 years old, I've looked at the world from the perspective of a green and purple mask. And you've epitomized that for me. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Can we do the dirty dancing? Let's just do a regular hug. All right. Our last guest of the evening, a member of the coolest improv team in Portland, potentially. Stepsisters, this is Kate Chapman.
I caught the end of that Joy and Wonder Theater interview. That was a little rough. Sorry.
It's okay. I've moved on. I've moved on.
Good.
Yeah. No, I'm good now. I'm so good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So how are you doing today? How was your day?
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah. Great day.
Yeah, I noticed that I was taking off the Stepsisters message feed, so I just want to check in with you.
Noticed that?
I noticed that. It was just so weird. Like, you've left the message feed, which is so weird.
Yeah.
Because we're on an improv team called Stepsisters.
Stepsisters.
With
right.
a slash in between step and sisters.
Right.
Which is a team that we're on.
Yeah.
With 3 other members.
Right. So we all communicate through the group chat.
Yeah.
Tony, Luke, Matt, and I.
Yeah.
Communicate through the group chat.
Yes. That's so great.
Yeah.
So when are we all performing next?
April 5th at
Oh,
Curious
cool.
Comedy
No, I didn't see
Playground.
that because I was taking off the message. I'm just going to really
It's-
quickly. Where's my phone?
Yeah.
Where's my phone? I'll just burn it into my hand.
Been on our Facebook page for a while.
I'll just write it. I've got very sensitive
Jesus. Yeah. Yep.
veins.
5th,
you said?
Yep. April
Okay.
5th.
So you said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to text you about something.
Oh.
Actually, but then you invited me here.
Yeah, well, I figured anything you can say to me in front of all of my friends.
Great. Okay. So, here goes. Stepsisters is me, Luke, Matt, and Tony.
And Neil Phelps.
Let me try again. You're great. You are so great, Neil. We all
Thank you.
love you so much.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
But we've just been like super busy lately.
Yeah, definitely.
know?
You guys are so busy.
Super
We're so busy. Yeah.
Yeah, Stepsisters has been super busy performing. Okay. Listen, we...
5 things you wish you could say right now.
Okay, great. You're awesome.
1,
Okay. Stepsisters is a great team.
2,
Stepsisters is composed of 4 people.
3,
You are not one of them.
4. What's the 5th one?
We're dumping you.
5.
5 things. 5 things you wish you could say to me right now.
I think you're making a mistake.
1.
I love you all to the moon and back.
2.
When I went to the moon, there was a little moon man. He said, "You really good on Stepsisters, almost as good as the other 4 members of Stepsisters." I drank a lot of water and I suddenly need to pee.
4. One more, buddy. Come on.
I didn't know how to spell tuberculosis for way too long.
5 things.
Okay, that feels good. I feel better. So we're all back together again. I'm not kicked off of Stepsisters at all. Can I have everyone come to the stage, please? Because we're going to close this show out. And everyone's going to be together for the last time. I just want to say thank you to Chris Franklin for letting me do this show.
This is the time of my life. This is maybe the greatest project I've ever been a part of in my life. Other than Stepsisters and being a teenage fairy. All jokes aside, we had an amazing show. Thank you so much for everyone for being here, watching online. Please comment and share. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know how much you love the show, what you want us to do, who you want us to see. Once again, I'm Neil Phelps. This is Live in Portland.